this week on the Navigating Personal Growth podcast.
Stick with me in today's episode because if life feels chaotic right now, this is the episode for you. You'll walk away with 3 small, doable ways to care for yourself when nothing feels settled. Hey navigators, my name is Brooke Plack and I'm your host here today on the Navigating Personal Growth Show. And today we are diving into how do we continue healing in a world of chaos. Stick with me in today's episode because if life feels chaotic right now, this is the episode for you. You'll walk away with 3 small, doable ways to care for yourself when nothing feels settled, which is a 60-second nervous system reset, a 1-line script to ask for help without shame, and a simple way to have a daily win today before you go to bed tonight. And you will truly notice all the difference. So last month, my calendar exploded. I had work deadlines that were truly just like overwhelming me, and I felt like they were coming from all directions. And my son's activity schedule every night left me feeling like a human taxi driver, still do on that one. I had an upcoming trip to plan for, and I had a sudden urgent health, I'm going to call it emergency, but need, right? And it left me feeling like a disaster. I was running on fumes and I kept saying like, I'll rest later. I'll take care of it later. But the truth is, spoiler alert, later never comes. It's never there. It's never later. It's never when I get done with Christmas. It's never when school finally starts. It's always going to be something. But our self-care and our self-healing journey, it will truly suffer if we continue to let life and this entire world around us zap us and take away all of our intention. Because the truth is, you may never get the perfect self-care day. Like, yes, maybe randomly once every couple of years, you might get a spa day or a weekend with girlfriends. But if we let life dictate how we take care of ourselves, our mental health is going to suffer. And so how do we find that daily balance amidst the chaos of our life and slowly reclaim our healing? That is what this episode is about. Care that fits the chaos. And so what do I mean by healing and chaos? Well, here's the deal. Whether you're struggling with anxiety, whether you're struggling with arthritis, whether you're struggling with financial debt, there are all kinds of things in life that we are constantly healing from, right? So if we are trying to heal in actual life, more likely than not, it's going to be chaos, okay? So if we are going to heal in chaos, we have to choose small. Notice the word small here, not overwhelming, not big, not 30-day plan, but small, repeatable practices that can stabilize our body and mind right now. Even if the big problems aren't fixed, even if you don't have solutions to everything, even if you haven't figured out what you're going to do about that big decision next week, it's not denial to focus on these small everyday practices. It is survival in increments, and those increments can lead to huge repair in our life because small things done consistently really beat out big intentions that are rarely carried out, right? We can decide we're going to do a 70-day plan, and by day 3 or 4, sometimes 12 or 13, we're not there. But what are some small things that we can do today before we go to bed tonight that helps to calm that chaos and keep us on our journey of healing from wherever it is that we're struggling? And so here is my question for you. What is one tiny thing you could do today that would make tonight easier? Is it to clean that drawer you've been avoiding? Is it to finally put the laundry away that's been staring at you? Hold on to that because that's where we're going to start. After we do my favorite segment in the podcast, Trivia in the Trenches. But first, if you love this episode and you love this show, please share it with someone else that you know would love it too. And be sure to subscribe on your favorite platform because that's how you keep getting our episodes each week. And stay till the end of the episode and we'll give you a sneak peek of what's coming up on next week's show. Trivia in the Trenches. A dog can perspire on what 3 parts of their body? I didn't know this. Their tongue, the pads of their paws, and their nose. that doesn't have hair, the part that doesn't have hair. So truly, it's any part of the body that doesn't have hair, which is usually just those areas, right? And their tongue is not like as much perspiring as like moisture is coming out of it from panting, right? Interesting fact for the day. So here are our navigation points today. So we're talking about how do we heal amidst the chaos in life? How can we take those find those tiny little moments and take the time to truly do the work that matters, that's going to move us forward without committing to some big giant plan that we probably won't follow through. And so number one is the 60-second reset. This will calm your nervous system right now. And when you're triggered, remember, big plans won't stick. So think of some recent chaos that's happened in your life. I started out the episode telling you about my calendar and the overwhelming feeling. What is some chaos that you have struggled with lately? There's likely something popping into mind. Maybe it was the terrible driver this morning. Maybe the line was too long at Starbucks. What is it? So when that happens, I want you to stop, sit down or stand still, notice your breath, remember your name, and take your fingers and touch them to each other, to your thumb. This is something I do in real life. Some people rub, touch them. And in that moment, you can say to yourself, I'm here and I can try one small thing. Okay, you don't have to have a week away in Costa Rica, although highly recommended, at some big retreat to be able to find calm and center in your chaos, right? So here I am. I'm breathing. I'm present. And sometimes I have to tell myself my name is Brooke. I'm 41 years old. I live in Arkansas. I have a husband and a son. And bring that calm down because different levels of chaos can trigger us. But that 60-second reset. And so when is the best time to use this moment? Before you reply to that stressful message, before you return that daunting phone call, before you open that email that you know is going to tell you didn't get the job, before starting the dishes maybe, or when you feel like you are so drained you're going to collapse. Take 60 seconds, sit or stand, get still, notice your breath, and just touch those fingers. It brings you into the present and helps you remember that you matter. You are a being. You were wholly created to be here on this earth. And I want you to try, this is your challenge, to use this today and notice how it changes your tone of your voice, the tone of your internal monologue, and the tone of your day. Okay, I'm still sitting here touching my fingers for those of you listening on your favorite podcast platform. It's so calming, right? Because that 60-second reset can bring you back to your purpose, back into alignment, and back into who it is you truly want to be. Every one of our journeys are different, but being able to realign ourselves with where we're going is what it's all about. Because we're all going to get off course sometime. Remember, a spaceship is only on track 3% of the time. The rest of the time, it's making tiny little adjustments. All right, number two. So number one, the 60-second reset. Nothing will work if you don't do that first, right? Number two, sometimes you just need to ask for help. So here are your one-liners to ask for help without shame. Because if we are going to heal amidst chaos, we cannot do it alone. And why we can't do that? Because we don't ask. Most of the time we don't ask because we're worried we're going to be a burden. But having those simple words removes the shame and guilt. So here's some simple words for you to use or practice. I could use a hand with blank, the dishes, the kids. Would you be able to help me? What if they say no? That's okay. You can still help yourself. Or there's other people to ask. Or this is probably my favorite one, emotional support. Can I get 15 minutes to vent? Like I'm calling just to vent. I don't need you to fix it. I don't need you to change it. I just need you to listen. I have coworkers that are also family, that are also friends, and I'll call and say, I'm not calling about work. I just need to vent. And sometimes just talking out loud can really give you a safe space. You can use ChatGPT to do this now too. There are AI tools that are wonderful that let you vent and they'll talk back to you. Repeat back the things that you already know to be true about yourself. Or could you pick up XYZ? I'll Venmo you. Somebody says, hey, what do you need? Can you grab some ice, some plates, some cups, some napkins? We got the holidays coming up, all the things. Don't say no. Don't get back in the car. People love to help because helping creates connection. But if you are going to heal in the chaos and the craziness of life, being connected not only with others, but also with yourself and your calling is huge. So practice this. Practice these words. If one person asks you, or you are bold enough and can ask somebody, it's okay if they say no, you'll survive. It's okay to say, hey, can you grab some trash bags to your neighbor? Or can I borrow a trash bag or some salt? Or you're not a burden. You're human. And none of us were here and created to be alone. Okay. And starting with something easy with, can I talk? Is often feels like the least scary, right? So number one, that 60-second reset, finger, thumb, finger, thumb, finger, thumb. And then ask for help without shame. Use a one-liner, practice it. So many times that sounds easy, but in truth, it's so much harder to ask for help, right? Because then we're a burden but you're not. And lastly, do one micro repair in your life, okay? And this one's like, micro repair, what does that mean? It's one small daily win, okay? Because there's so many things that add up to our anxiety bucket and our need to do bucket. And so this is what this looks like. So remember, big things overwhelm us, but a small micro win helps rebuild your confidence and makes the chaos feel more manageable. Okay, so what it is it's a 5 to 10 minute task you can finish, and you have to set a timer. A small concrete win is so satisfying. So for me, I need to clear out a junk drawer in my office. Okay, really like 3. All right, maybe you need to reply to some emails, or wash and refold a set of sheets, or put toys away from your kids' playroom for 5 minutes. Set a timer and put a constraint on it, and then it's done. It's over. You're not going to have to spend your whole Sunday putting away laundry. You're just going to put it away for 10 minutes, and what got done, and okay. And then tell someone you did it. And if that someone is you, text yourself and say, done, check. There's something about like marking it off the list, whether it's digital or paper, that makes it feel good, right? So these are all actually forms of grounding techniques to bring you back in realignment to your purpose and your healing journey and what it is you're working through and working on in life, right? So you've got to figure out where you are in the present, that 60-second grounding, breathe and touching those fingers. And then you've got to ask for help when you need it. And then finding that one small daily win. And I've got a planner that has like what was the best part of your day, or one win from the day that you can write down. And some people like to journal it out, and that's a great way to do it too. But here's my closing thought for you, is to always do what you can with what you have. It's so easy to see all the things we don't have. I don't have the money to get on a plane ticket, to fly to Costa Rica, to go to a retreat, to get all healed up. But what do you have? You have 10 minutes to get one thing done that will take it off your anxiety list, that will empty that stress bucket, right? A little bit. I'm not saying the whole thing, because remember, small courage compounds over time. And as you gain confidence doing these small things in life, you will get better and more equipped for the big things, because healing doesn't wait for calm. So you have to pick a tool and start there, and tiny things add up. And you know what? You can tag me. You can DM me. You can shoot me an email and let me know that you did it, because I will be in your corner cheering you on. And so don't forget, like I said earlier, to subscribe for next week's episode, because we are going to be talking about 2 very conflicting things, grief and joy. How can I be grieving something that was so deeply personal and so hurtful and still not feel guilty for finding joy at the same time? Until next time.
Thanks for listening to the Navigating Personal Growth podcast. I'm Brooke Plack. Join me again next week on your favorite podcast platform or on YouTube. This podcast is produced by ClantonCreative.com.